smoke in the evening. Take a little whiskey on the rise. Never get behind, killing my mind. It's just the kind of things I like. Just the kind of things I like.
Alright guys, before we dive into the tutorial of the lesson, let's go over the gear I'm using, how I'm getting my tones. First off, pretty standard country tones, so I'm using a Telecaster. Now I've got a Rosewood style Telecaster. The sound seems to be a bit more spanky than I thought, so you might want to consider using a maple fretboarded Telecaster or Stratocaster. But I've got that going into a 1176 style compressor by Origin Effects, followed by a Morning Glory by JHS. And then comes the crux of my tone, which is going to be a Tyler JT14. It's pretty much a Fender style amp, but the key here is to get that spanky tweed sound, those spanky highs, and those mellowed mids, as well as the spring reverb and the tremolo. Both of those effects are key to getting the sounds you want for this song. Alright, so the opening of the song is going to pretty much be in D minor pentatonic the entire time. The song is not in E standard tuning, it's going to be in drop D. So make sure you drop D your guitars before playing the song, because there's going to be a pedaling of this low D note throughout the rest of the song. Just like that. So make sure you have that D dropped on your guitar to play that bass note. So when we start off this main riff, it's going to be largely in D pentatonic. Just like that, okay? We're going to start off with the C and the E, the slight bend. We're going to hit that pedal note. And then we're just going to do another double stop set. It's going to be the A and the D. And then it's going to be the G and the C. Pretty much going to be playing those double stops accented by that D pedal note. Just like that. And after you've got that first part of the riff down, it's probably the easiest part of the riff, honestly. You're going to go to this. And that's going to be another pentatonic riff. It's going to start on that open D. You can just play with your index finger and kind of slap the note. And then slap 3 and 5. Or hammer on 3 and 5. And then you're going to pull 3 and then drop it to 0. And make sure you're alternating those hits with that D pedal note. Now when we go from that D pentatonic hammer-on riff, it's going to drop down to the C pull-off. And then we go into the turnaround section. For the turnaround, it's just going to be 3003, 5005. And then we're going 3 to 5 on the A string, okay? So all together again. 3 0 50. Okay? Then we're going to pedal that 3 to 5 on the A string. So after that intro riff, Chris begins to sing the verse of the song, and the verse of the song is only slightly different from the intro riff. You just don't do the back half of the riff into the turnaround part. I'll explain it to you. So for the first and second verses, all you're doing is playing this. Just like that, okay? And from the verse, you'll go straight into the turnaround. So when Chris ends that verse and goes back into the chorus, he'll do this pre-chorus from time to time. And the pre-chorus is just that G chord, but we're gonna omit a few notes, okay? Since we're in drop D, that G's gonna be essentially a 5, and a 0, going from the E to the D string. It's really important that you accentuate that D string because you're going to get that slappy D sound. And that's the only major change. You'll see a break into a solo, but the solo is pretty much the same. It's going to be in D minor pentatonic. If you want to hear that solo, let me know down below in the comments. I will tab out the solo for you because I'm so nice. Guys, thank you so much for watching my tutorial on the rhythm parts for Chris Stapleton's The Devil Always Made Me Think Twice. Guys, if you have not heard Starting Over by Chris Stapleton yet, it is an incredible album. It is amazing. You guys can learn a bunch of cool things about blues style guitar and country guitar from this record alone. Go check it out. And if you like this video, please subscribe. I make videos all the time, not just on Chris Stapleton. You're not going to miss our next episode.